All right, plyometrics. Let's talk about that for a while. That's been on my mind for a while. I really want to talk about my take on plyometrics. So first of all, what is plyometrics? What is this word that you've probably been seeing all over the place? If you're looking for help to increase your vertical jump, you've probably been searching some stuff, and I bet you've come across plyometrics plenty of times. And so here's my take on it. I'll see what you think. So first of all, what is it? It's known as jump training. And why is it known as jump training is because it's taking jumping, repetitions and different forms of jumping and doing it over and over and over again in order to teach yourself how to actually jump better. And the idea of it is it's all quickness. It's all, when you land on the ground, back off the ground very quickly in less than 0.2 of a second, between 1 and 0.2 of a second. That's plyometrics. So there's training now that people call plyometrics. It's not technically really it, but it's similar, and it's all somewhere in the same boat now. And it's only about 30 years old that this term even came about by some Russia, I think. Some guys who were using it, who figured out they want to start training in a way that was more related to an actual jump by doing a lot of jumping. So they're really smart, obviously. And so it's the idea of taking, going from an eccentric to a concentric really quickly, no wasted time. So using all your muscles, all you got to be engaged at once, really quick to get you off the ground. So that's what it is. Why? Why do people train using plyometrics? So there's a lot of reasons, and I'm going to go over a few. And the first is because, like I kind of just said, is it imitates real jumping. And so since it imitates real jumping, if you think about it, the better you get at the plyometrics, the better your jumping should get, because it's the same, you're using the same type of muscles, and your same type of neurological stuff is going on too. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. And it's different from other forms of training that people have been doing for a long time. So resistance training, heavy weight room stuff, squats, leg press, leg extension, whatever it might be. So it's completely different than that. The idea is still to train your muscles to be able to perform an act with a lot of power, a lot of strength. But for this, it's a lot of speed, and that's not necessarily the case in resistance training. So it's different from resistance training, and it's going to give you different results than resistance training will. And the results, and what I mean by that is that resistance training will give you that strength and that power and size even. So plyometrics will not give you size. It's going to give you quick power, is the best way I can put it. The idea is to get your body off the ground very fast. Because in the end of the day, when you plant to perform a jump and you gather and you have to get off the ground, if you can't do it all quickly, you can't jump high. It's all about speed. So you could be squatting 800 pounds and you're not going to be able to get off the ground if you have no speed, no fast twitch muscle fiber. So, and then I mentioned neurological before. It's definitely 100% not just something that is for your physical improvement, and for physical improvement in jumping. It's for neurological. It's teaching all of this. It's using this to teach everything you got, all your muscles, to work as one, to work together, so they can coincide with each other and all be used beneficially to get you off the ground. And so plyometrics, if you do jumps over and over again, if you do difficult jumps, if you do jumps that require more calves in one exercise and then more quads in another, or glutes, the idea is to be able to use everything at once, all together, your back, your glutes, your butt, everything in there. And neurologically, it's something that you have to learn. You can't just do it. It takes a lot of time. And that's what's great about plyometrics is it's a long journey, it's a long process of just learning how to do something by repetition. So doing it over and over again. And so that's some reasons why people use this idea of plyometric training. Now, is it good or is it bad? Because a lot of people if you're stumbling around on there, you're going to see a lot of people are commenting with this negative stuff about it. And my take is no, it is good. It is absolutely good if you do it correctly. If you do it incorrectly, yes, it can be bad. So it has the potential to be bad, which means you have to be really careful when you're doing these plyometric exercises. Make sure you do them correctly. There's a lot of ways to do them bad. So let's pretend you're a beginner here for a second and you want to get started. Well, there's plenty of videos out there to teach you very simple plyometric exercises, and that's the one you want to start. Don't look for the most complex one, look for the easiest ones. Now, don't do exactly what you see the professionals doing, because you're going to hurt yourself, because the pounding and the demanding exercise that plyometrics is going to tear up those bones. It's just going to be, you know, your knees is like bone on bone. I mean, it has that kind of rubber piece in there, whatever that stuff's called, and your ankles and everything. But if you jump in there and you don't train your body and teach it how to absorb impact without jolting and sending jolts through your bones and your tendons and your ligaments and all, it's going to rip everything apart in there, and that's going to be no good. So make sure you, one, know you're do it correctly. So videotape yourself when you do these and make sure it looks right. And two, don't jump and do it too fast. You really aren't going to be 100% on plyometrics until you've probably done them maybe 3 times a week for a month. And that's like light plyometric workouts. Once you're maybe a month in, now your body's starting to get used to it. Now you're starting to learn how to absorb impact without getting that jolt through your body where it sends up to your spine like everywhere. That's bad. So take it slowly. And like I said, videotape yourself and that'll be good. So my take on plyometrics, absolutely a good thing. It's going to be great for jumping. It's just like jumping. It's the same motion. It's just different types and exercises that are all going to transfer over into your vertical jump. So do it, but learn how to do it correctly. I'm going to have a bunch of videos out on different drills at beginner level, at an expert level, whatever you are. So stay tuned, and good luck out there. It's a good thing. Don't hurt yourself.